We finna react to Kris Tyson just went too far, and I don't really know about this drama. I just saw it on my recommended, and it looked interesting, so I'm usually gonna watch it.
Kris is one of my oldest friends. I've known him basically my entire life, and especially when I was
I don't know
doing
what
videos
happened in
earlier on,
the
he
drama yet.
was the funniest guy I've ever met.
Well, Mr. Beast, I think you need some new friends. If you guys haven't heard the news already, 2024 is the worst time to be a minor because we now have yet
A
another creep
minor.
who's just been exposed.
Are you serious right now, bro?
Kris Tyson got his claim to fame by being a part of the Mr. Beast YouTube channel, which just so happens to be the biggest channel on YouTube.
Mr. Beast just got to 300 million subscribers.
Although, just because they achieved such a crazy feat like that doesn't mean it's been all sunshine and rainbows. Around a year ago, Kris Tyson had an announcement that would shock the internet.
You've had a lot of people speculating on your gender.
Yes.
You know, just you growing out your hair. Yeah. I mean, today you showed up fully presenting as a woman.
I did, because I am a woman.
Oh,
look, everyone has their own opinions on whether they agree or disagree on topics like this. I'm just gonna ask for a basic level of respect in the comment section, please and thank you.
She heard.
You've never said that before, right?
I've never said that publicly, no. But I've been fully confident in that decision for over a year now.
After this announcement, there was obviously going to be some backlash because I mean, it's the internet and that's what the internet does. But this is where our story starts at. For some reason, when people make announcements like the one Kris did, a lot of people like to go back online and try to dig stuff up from their past. I don't know why they try to do that, but they do regardless. But this time, what people turned up from Kris's past is kind of worse than you could have ever imagined. For starters, this person is really the key to all of this. His name is Shadman, or The Real Shadman. He's an online artist who draws really inappropriate things. I'm not sure if I can say the actual name of what he draws without being demonetized, so I'm gonna say he draws inappropriate drawings of animated children, and the name starts with an L. So for example, if you take this innocent image of Mai from Dragon Ball, Shadman would then draw this character nude.
Lock this nigga.
Drawings, say the actual online artist who draws really inappropriate things. I'm not sure if I can say the actual name.
Yo,
this is really the key.
Who is sub to this nigga? How does he have a fan base?
To all of this, his name is Shadman, or The Real Shadman. He's an online artist who draws really inappropriate things. I'm not sure if I can say the actual name of what he draws without being demonetized, so I'm gonna say he draws inappropriate drawings of animated children, and the name starts with an L. So for example, if you take this innocent image of Mai from Dragon Ball, Shadman would then draw this character nude, which is really sick.
Brother,
that's the original.
Shadman
I ain't never
even
known
went
that.
as far as to draw Keemstar's underage daughter in the same sexual nude content. Now, all of this sounds really crazy.
What does that have to
I'm
do
pretty
with
sure
Kris?
a lot of you are wondering how Kris is connected to this.
He's
Well, Kris actually bought some artwork off.
Is this nigga serious, bro?
Of Shadman. And yes, I'm talking about the same underage, not safe for work drawings. Now, I can't share what's exactly in the image, but just know that the girl looks young and she's in her underwear and she's holding a gun.
And he gonna post it on his Twitter like this shit was okay.
Yeah, the drawing's weird, we all get that. But the most important part is, look who tweeted this. It was none other than Kris Tyson, and he was tagging Shadman. Now, some of you could potentially think that this is a mistake or a misunderstanding of some sorts, which is granted. I mean, he is a pretty influential figure. But if you go 9 minutes and 25 seconds into this YouTube video by Mr. Beast, you can see this same artwork hung up in there.
You cannot be dead ass. He's not dead ass. He's actually not dead ass. He's not dead ass.
Seconds into this YouTube
video. He is
video.
not dead ass. He is not dead ass. He is not dead ass. No, he's not dead ass. No, that shit gotta be edited. On my life, that shit gotta be edited. That shit is edited. Say it ain't so.
Video by Mr. Beast. You can see this.
Wait, what's the time frame?
Mistake or a misunderstanding of some sorts, which is granted. I mean, he is a pretty influential figure. But if you go 9 minutes and 20.
It's actually there. Yo.
Just kidding, man. Yeah. I mean, I would go extra large, but my girlfriend might get mad at me.
25 seconds into this YouTube video by Mr. Beast,
Wow.
you can see the same artwork hung up in their apartment.
Hey, bro, come on now, dog. Come on, man.
What's that one meme where it's like, I can't keep defending, bro? Because I literally can't defend him. I don't know what to even say. I don't know why that's on you guys' wall, why you guys are all sitting next to it. Nobody has a problem with it. And it's honestly just a really weird situation. And I really wish that was it, dealing with the Kris Tyson situation, but it just gets way worse. While going down the rabbit hole, a stream clip of Kris was unearthed where he jokingly promoted Shadman's website after he had accidentally showed it on stream. And just for a refresher, Shadman posts the same pics of animated children in sexual poses on his website. So the question is, how does one accidentally misclick and go on it if you don't frequent a place like that? Like me personally, I've never just been browsing the web on Google and misclicked into like Rule 34. Like that's literally never happened.
I ain't gonna lie, Mr. Beast might actually be the go. Yeah, he actually might be the go.
When I was on the TikTok, I was genuinely trying to find out just how much of Mr. Beast's audience were kids. Because when I think of Kris promoting Shadman's website, I'm curious as to who he's promoting it to. But from based on everything that I already know and from what I've gathered, he'd most likely or 100% be promoting these types of websites to his kids' viewers. And with that being true, I can't even begin to imagine the types of damage that it does to a kid. Which is why all the more reason I believe Kris is a terrible human being who needs to be dealt with. But now that that's out of the way, I want to cover more of the direct things that Kris said, which makes his case just look so bad. And I want to start with this tweet from him in 2016 saying, "Nothing gets my knob a cranking like some lolly." For starters, I don't know if he's trying to be edgy or funny, but it's just not cranking like some lolly.
I'm not accustomed to this lingo. Wow, a young-looking girl in I can't fucking read, bro. A young-looking girl character in Japanese anime or manga. God damn.
For starters, I don't know if he's trying to be edgy or funny, but it's just not landing. This is just disgusting. And for those who don't know what lolly is, it's the type of
I did that for nothing. Oh my god.
Was producing at first with the drawing of nude underage girls. So in a nutshell, Kris is basically saying that he gets off to that type of content, which at first glance may seem like a joke, but when you start to really add everything up,
bro, how is the fucking rich niggas always
Kris made a reply to a series of
you got all that money. Okay. What? Bro. Ain't nothing.
Images depicting the Gravity Falls characters kissing.
Come on, bruh. And these jokes not even funny.
Who are hint also.
And who made this? Yo, you are fucking weirdo, Guard. Both of these niggas on this screen is weirdos.
Underage, where he said they're twins, so at that point it's just masturbation, right? Like, what the f is wrong with this guy? I think at the time of him replying to these, he was like 21 years old, and bro, you're 21, like you're a grown adult. What is wrong with you? And you know what's worse than making these tweets? Someone actually trying to defend this behavior.
But it's gotten to the point where people started digging into like old tweets of theirs and stuff like that to find some reason to cancel them. And the latest thing is that apparently Kris Tyson is a pedophile because he made some edgy jokes about
trying to strike a chord, and it's probably
edgy jokes. Edgy jokes? Are the edgy jokes in the room with us? What the f is this guy talking about? I feel like we as a collective need to make a petition to where when people give bad opinions, they get jail time for it. Since when did edgy jokes become a cover for saying the weirdest stuff online ever? I thought jokes were supposed to make somebody laugh. Anybody. Nobody's laughing.
I gotta be honest, they're not the kind of jokes that I personally would make, but we've literally gotten to the point where making edgy jokes makes you a pedophile.
No, you being a pedophile makes you a pedophile.
I kid you not, That's how low the bar for pedophilia has become.
Someone please make sure to check that guy's hard drive, please. You know what? How about to the end of this video, anytime we see a tweet from Kris, we ask ourselves, is it edgy or is it weird? In 2018, somebody on Twitter posted some pictures of the character Violet from the movie Incredibles. And note, before you see Kris's response, Violet is 14 years old and Kris has to be at least like 21 or 22. Kris says, and I quote, low-key, she cute. Now, is that weird or is that edgy? Like, that's just weird. That's not edgy. That's not funny. That's not a joke. That's just weird. And when you add that to everything else he's been saying, this is concerning. But we're gonna move on because I found another thread. This one is a sick thread. Somebody's posting Caillou and talking about check out Shadman's website. And if you've been paying attention to the video, you know what's on his website. And you know Caillou is a little kid. But of course, Kris is always in these type of spaces and he's replying to both of them saying, help, I need an adult. I don't even know what that means, but I know it's not anything good. And honestly, it's more so just like a why is she in this thread replying? This thread is advertising drawn child content, so it's like, why are you even here? And I wanted to show one more image that I was sent. This screenshot itself needs no context. Sometimes when things are just overwhelmingly wrong, you don't even need any information on it. It's just wrong. Kris says, that bitch look good for a 4-year-old.
This shit not, bro. He's not trying to hide this shit, bro. And look at his 20 reposts. Like, what the fuck, bro? 20 reposts.
Now there's.
I hope the 9 comments is cooking this nigga shit. I need to find out the weirdos who like this shit. 'Cause I know one of it was him. So I need to find out 2 weirdos who like this shit.
No context in the world that I would even want for a comment like this. All I'm gonna say is something has to be done. I don't think people like this should have platforms. You saw what they did to Dr. Disrespect for the things that he did in the past, and I think arguably what Kris did is a million times worse. This rabbit hole probably goes a lot deeper than the stuff that I didn't cover, and I can only imagine the other stuff that she did. And I'm pretty sure with all these exposed videos coming out, there will be a lot more information coming out in the next couple days to a week about new stuff that she did. So make sure to stay tuned for it. All the bathwater has been shipped, so don't worry about that either.
One thing about Kris, you making jokes about cartoon characters, so it's bad, but it's not as bad as the Dr. Disrespect shit. But that's it though.